Hi, this is Jason from Horrific Nightmares, and this is going to be my top 5 recommendations for the month of January. Now, January, I watched 102 movies. One of those I do not own, and that is I watched the remake and American remake of Goodnight Mommy, and I enjoyed it. So, I'm going to start with my two honorable mentions. My first honorable mention is going to be Kill Command. This movie really surprised me. It's basically a military robot slasher, and I loved every minute of it. For the most part, yeah, it's a military robot slasher for the most part. This was really good. My second, and this was actually I thought was going to place a lot higher, but my second honorable mention is going to be Pay the Ghost. Um, wasn't expecting much with this one, and it really blew me away. First of all, it's set on Halloween for the most part. Um, the main sequences are set on Halloween, and it's about a family who loses a child, and the father, because kind of lost him on his watch, has to go the supernatural route in order to get him back. Really good movie. Surprised the heck out of me. This will be a Halloween watch for sure. Okay, coming in at number 5 is going to be Escape Room Tournament of Champions. Now, I like the first one a lot. This one wasn't quite as good, but I did like it quite a bit, and it was fun. Plus, it has the girl who played in Orphan and Orphan First Kill. She plays in the film as well. Can't tell you who, because that would ruin the movie, but yeah, this is a fun movie, and they really put a lot into these escape rooms. They're really cool. And that's Escape Room Tournament of Champions. Number 4, complete shock to me. I rewatched 10 Cloverfield Lane again because I enjoyed it so much the first time. And I've had this laying around for quite some time, and I really wanted to rewatch it or watch it for the first time because a lot of people said it was stupid. I didn't feel that way. I thought it was absolutely fantastic, and it really was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. It's a very smart horror film, and I enjoyed it quite a bit. And that's the Cloverfield Paradox. I'm hoping we get a fourth one. So, all right, coming up at number 3, 2, 1, yeah, is going to be the Nighthouse. Now, this one was really good. This is Rebecca Hall, of course. And what I know about this film now that I didn't know then is that this was actually written to be a Hellraiser sequel or a Hellraiser movie. So I thought that was pretty cool, and it does kind of fit if you watch the film closely. Really good film, and that's the Nighthouse. Coming in at number 2 is Don't Breathe 2. Um, I like this as much, maybe a little bit more than the original. And I love the original. I thought the original was great. This is just kind of, it's got a completely different story, but it involves the same characters. And I just thought it was fantastic. And that is Don't Breathe 2. Now, before I get to my number 1, I want to do another honorable mention. And the reason why I didn't put this in my countdown is because it doesn't have a ton of horror in it. Just, I mean, it's very hard to classify this movie. And that is Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. Drew told me how good this was, and I ended up picking it up at Walmart for a steal because it still had the promo sticker on it. And I took it home and I watched it. It's a very it's a very weird movie, but it's also a really powerful movie if you really get the message of it. I'm not surprised that it's getting so many nods for Academy Awards. But like I said, I didn't feel right about putting it on the countdown because it doesn't have a ton of horror in it. It does have horror elements, but not a whole lot. So, but I did want to mention it because it's a fantastic film. All right, it's not going to be for everybody, but it's really good. And number one, don't know what took me so long to watch this, but it is Brain Dead with Bill Pullman and Bill Paxton. This took me back to the late 80s, early 90s. It is an early 90s film, if I remember correctly. I think 1991. And I just had a blast with it. It kind of reminded me a little bit of The Dead Pit, mixed with maybe Nightbreed a little bit. No, not Nightbreed. What was that movie? I'm drawing a blank now. A Cronenberg film. Now I can't remember it. Anyway, this movie is a lot of fun. And the weird part is you don't hear a lot of people talk about it. And that's a shame because I had a blast with this. Not going to be my favorite movie of the year or anything like that, but I definitely wasn't really expecting much. And finally getting around to watching it, I had a great time with it. So, recap. Brain Dead at number one. Sorry about that. Honorable mention for Everything Everywhere All at Once. Don't Breathe at number two. The Nighthouse at number three. Cloverfield Paradox at number four. This is a really good movie. I don't understand why it gets the hate. Escape Room Tournament of Champions at number five. And my two honorable mentions are Pay the Ghost and Kill Command. If you like what you're seeing here, hit that like button and subscribe. And until next time, peace.